Most people assume forgiveness is a sign of strength, and in many situations they're right. But there are certain lines that once crossed permanently change the way a Sigma female sees you. Here's the thing about Sigma females that many people fail to understand. They are often patient, they are often understanding, and they are usually willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. But when someone violates one of their core values, something shifts. The trust disappears. The respect vanishes. And while they may not seek revenge, they rarely look at that person the same way again. What makes this even more surprising is that the things Sigma females refuse to forgive are often different from what most people expect. It's not always the biggest betrayal, it's not always the most dramatic offense. Sometimes it's a small action that reveals a much larger truth about someone's character. And once a Sigma female sees that truth, it's almost impossible to hide it again. Today we're exploring the 12 things a Sigma female will never forgive you for, and some of them may surprise you. Trust is not something a Sigma female gives freely. Unlike people who quickly open up to anyone who shows interest, Sigma females are naturally cautious. They observe, they analyze, they take their time. Before someone earns access to their private thoughts, vulnerabilities, and emotions, they usually have to prove themselves over a long period of time. This is why betrayal hits so hard. It's not just about the act itself, it's about everything that came before it. The months or years spent building trust, the confidence she placed in someone, the belief that this person was different. When that trust is broken, the damage goes far beyond the immediate situation. The Sigma female begins questioning the entire foundation of the relationship. And once trust is gone, rebuilding it is almost impossible. She may remain polite, she may remain civil, but the relationship will never fully recover. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone occasionally says things they regret. Sigma females understand this. What they don't tolerate is a pattern of dishonesty. One lie can be explained, two lies might be forgiven. But repeated deception reveals something much deeper. It reveals a person's character. Sigma females place enormous value on authenticity. They would rather hear an uncomfortable truth than a comfortable lie. The moment they realize someone constantly manipulates facts, hides information, or twists reality, their respect begins to disappear, and without respect, the relationship slowly dies. Few things trigger a Sigma female faster than someone attempting to control her life. She values freedom more than most people realize. Freedom of thought, freedom of choice, freedom of identity. The moment someone begins telling her who she should be, how she should behave, or what she should believe, resistance immediately appears. The more someone pushes, the stronger that resistance becomes. Because to a Sigma female, control isn't love, it's ownership. And she refuses to belong to anyone. Many relationships end the moment she realizes someone wants obedience instead of partnership. Sigma females don't create boundaries to punish people. They create boundaries to protect their peace. If she says she needs space, she means it. If she says a topic is off limits, she means it. If she says no, she means no. The problem is that many people view boundaries as challenges rather than limits. They push, they pressure, they test, and eventually they cross a line. Once a Sigma female sees someone repeatedly disrespecting her boundaries, she stops feeling safe around them. And relationships cannot survive without safety. Sigma females rarely seek attention, but they do value dignity. They remember every moment someone intentionally embarrassed them, mocked them, or tried to make them look small in front of others. What makes this especially unforgivable is the intention behind it. Public humiliation often reveals insecurity, jealousy, or a desire for dominance. A Sigma female notices these motives immediately, and once she realizes someone enjoys making her uncomfortable for their own benefit, she mentally removes that person from her life. One of the biggest misconceptions about Sigma females is that they don't care deeply about people. The truth is often the opposite. When a Sigma female chooses someone, she becomes incredibly loyal. She supports them, protects them, stands beside them during difficult times. But there is a limit. The moment someone begins treating that loyalty as an entitlement rather than a gift, problems begin. Nothing frustrates a Sigma female more than being appreciated only after she's gone. Yadimar 7. Constant manipulation. Manipulation is one of the fastest ways to lose a Sigma female forever. Guilt trips, mind games, emotional blackmail. passive-aggressive behavior, these tactics may work on some people. They rarely work for long on Sigma females, because Sigma females are observers. Eventually, they recognize the pattern, and once they see the manipulation, they can't unsee it. What follows is usually emotional detachment. Not an argument, not a fight, just distance. And that distance is often permanent. Many Sigma females can tolerate personal attacks better than attacks against people they care about. If someone hurts a family member, close friend, or partner she deeply values, the offense becomes personal. Her protective instincts activate immediately. And unlike many people, Sigma females rarely separate character from actions. If someone deliberately harms a loved one, she sees it as a reflection of who they truly are. That's not something she easily forgets. Sigma females reveal their deepest emotions to very few people. This makes vulnerability incredibly valuable. When she shares her fears, insecurities, or painful experiences, she's placing enormous trust in another person. If that information is later weaponized during an argument or used for manipulation, the damage is devastating. Because the betrayal isn't just emotional, it's deeply personal. The person she trusted most has become the person she feels safest hiding from. And once that happens, the walls go back up, often permanently. Sigma females quickly notice when someone pretends to care while secretly trying to hold them back. You've probably seen it before. Are you sure you're capable of that? Maybe your goals are unrealistic. I just don't want you to get hurt. Sometimes these comments come from genuine concern. Sometimes they come from jealousy. The Sigma female is usually very good at telling the difference. When she realizes someone wants her to stay small because her growth makes them uncomfortable, forgiveness becomes extremely difficult. Many people enter relationships expecting constant access to another person's time and energy. Sigma females operate differently. They need solitude. They need personal space. They need freedom to pursue their own interests. When someone interprets this independence as rejection and begins demanding more and more access, conflict emerges. The Sigma female doesn't want a relationship that feels like a prison. She wants a relationship that allows both people to grow. Anyone who consistently tries to restrict that independence eventually loses her respect. Yes, unit is 12. Making her regret trusting you. This is the one offense that combines all the others. Because at the end of the day, what Sigma females struggle to forgive most is making them regret opening their heart. Trusting someone is difficult for them. Letting someone into their private world is difficult. Allowing themselves to become emotionally vulnerable is difficult. So when someone takes that gift and abuses it, the disappointment runs deeper than most people realize. The Sigma female doesn't just lose faith in that person. For a while, she loses faith in her own judgment. And that wound takes time to heal. Perhaps that's why this betrayal is often the hardest to forgive. The truth is that Sigma females are not unforgiving people. They understand mistakes, they understand human flaws, and they're often far more compassionate than they appear. But there are certain values they refuse to compromise: trust, respect, honesty, freedom, loyalty. When someone violates those values, the relationship rarely survives. Not because the Sigma female enjoys cutting people off, but because she understands something many people learn too late. A person who repeatedly destroys your peace doesn't deserve unlimited access to your life. And once a Sigma female reaches that realization, she rarely looks back. If you related to any of these traits, let us know in the comments. Which of these 12 betrayals would be impossible for you to forgive? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more Sigma female psychology content.